I was diagnosed with low testosterone at 22 years old. How this all started was I was having several medical issues and I had no clue what was causing them. I was having heart palpitations, anxiety, depression, erectile dysfunction, short-term memory loss. And I was like, what the heck? I'm 22 years old. What is going on with my body? And at the time, I wasn't even looking at low testosterone because I assumed I'm a young dude. I shouldn't have to deal with these things. So I went to my general practitioner doctor to try to figure some of these things out. And originally I was diagnosed with anxiety. I was prescribed a pill that starts with an X and I was sent out the door. And a few weeks later, with no changes in my symptoms, I was beginning to wonder there might be something more to this. So I spoke with my doctor and she said, okay, come back in, we'll take some blood panels and we'll look at your results. So the next morning I went in to get a comprehensive metabolic blood panel taken. And honestly, I had no clue what was gonna show up on a blood test. And I was kind of in doubt because I didn't think my blood test was gonna relate to any of my issues. Long story short, the doctor calls me that night around 7 p.m. and I could hear in her voice that something was off. She said, I got your blood results back and we saw something a little bit strange. I'm gonna have to have you come in tomorrow morning again and get another blood test done. So I'm thinking to myself, well, this is weird. Maybe it was a whack test or something was off and she just didn't really know what to think about it. So I went back in the next morning, took another blood test, and later that night she called me back with the same concerned voice and she said, your first blood test looked absolutely amazing except for one major issue. She said that my total testosterone was at a 219, which is dangerously low for a man. And the reason she had me take a second test is because she thought the first test was so skewed it could not be right. But sure enough, my second test came back with a total testosterone of 239. And at that point, we knew we had a major issue. She told me that my testosterone levels were equal to about a 72-year-old man. And a lot of the symptoms I was feeling could be related to low testosterone. And at that point, I finally felt like there's a little bit of hope here because now I have something to blame for how I've been feeling. At that point, she diagnosed me with hypogonadism because all of the other levels of my blood tests were near perfect. My FSH was on point, my LH was on point. The only things low were my total testosterone and my free testosterone. So after she diagnosed me with hypogonadism or low testosterone, she prescribed me a testosterone gel to put on my shoulders to help me raise my testosterone. Unfortunately, general practitioner doctors don't know a whole lot about hormones, and what the gel actually did to me is it made my symptoms worse. It shut down my natural production of testosterone to 0, and after the gel, my total testosterone was right around 50. So after we figured out the gel was not working, she referred me to a hormone specialist clinic where I was finally able to get some help. They immediately switched me over to testosterone injections and prescribed me a medication called N-clomiphene to help boost my natural production and support my fertility while on TRT. And let me tell you, it has literally changed my life. I no longer struggle with the crazy heart palpitations that I used to feel. My anxiety and depression are a thing of the past. I no longer have any erectile dysfunction issues. And in addition to getting rid of the negative symptoms, I've actually noticed some crazy benefits from TRT. I've been able to lose over 70 pounds of body fat and add about 15 pounds of muscle. I now can grow a full beard, which I never could do in the past. My sleep quality and my skin quality also improved while being on TRT. And I no longer have those really tired spells right around 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the afternoon where I used to just crash. I'd have to take a nap and I couldn't do anything after that. Now I have enough energy to go through the full day and absolutely kill it. So if you're sitting there watching this video and you feel like, man, maybe I have low testosterone, first step is to get your blood tested to see where you're at and then figure out a plan that would help you to feel better. If you think you might have low testosterone, send me the word TRT and I'll make sure you get all the resources of how to begin your journey on TRT online. And I'll see you in the next video. Let's go.